Hey everyone, I'm here to do a bit of a review on Monday Night Raw. Now, I didn't watch TNA Impact, even though it was live, and I don't really know how well they did. I mean, from what I read on the blog on WNW Wrestling News World, it doesn't sound like they did, that well. I mean, they had a main event match, which was Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy teaming up against Beer Money and winning. So I really don't know. I can't really say if it was better than Raw, but I could definitely say that this Raw was good. I mean, Kofi Kingston, of course, qualified to be the 10th and final member of Money in the Bank. We had, I guess you could say, a bit of an interpromotional divas match where the team of Michelle McCool, Layla, and Maurice won. Of course, we had Bret Hart addressing the crowd one last time, and then we had Vince coming out saying that Vince is going to be screwed this Sunday. So, I guess he's going to try to put everything in his advantage. I really don't know. What else? Oh yeah, we had John Morrison against The Miz. John Morrison winning, giving him and R-Truth some momentum going into WrestleMania. We had Shawn Michaels against Kane. Shawn Michaels winning, even despite the fact that The Undertaker came out, if you will, choke slammed him. He still got up and beat Kane. And then speaking of Kane, Kane had his interaction with Pete Rose. Basically, Pete Rose, after talking with Christian, opens up his office, and you hear Kane's music playing, and or his entrance music playing, and you see this red light, and Kane coming out and grabbing him. Like this, looking him straight in the face, grabbing him like this, saying, "You think your luck has changed, huh? Think again," and just pulling him right in, and you hear Pete Rose going, "Oh God, Kane, no." And then you could just hear Christian, just leaning against the door after it's shut, and all you can hear is just banging and bumping and all that. Basically, you hear Kane I guess you can hear Kane beating the hell out of Pete Rose or something. I really don't know. What else? Oh yeah, we had the interaction between we had Triple H and Randy lose to Sheamus and Legacy. I guess that kind of will tell you a little bit what the outcomes of WrestleMania will be. And really, I'm trying to think what else. I'll have to look on the Raw.com or something on WNW. Because, that's where you can get the blogs and all that, but, but yeah, so far from what I saw, it was a good Raw. I mean, trying to look down here. Trying to see what they had. Yeah, that's about what they had, what I mentioned, from what I can see. So, didn't have much wrestling, but was overall, to me, it was a good show. Definitely a good momentum for WWE going into Mania. And overall, it was pretty good. I mean, when Vince tells Bret he's screwed this Sunday, it makes you think exactly what will happen in that match and everything. The interaction between Cena and Batista was good. The Morrison-Miz match was a good opener, despite how you might feel about that. Kofi beating Vladimir, of course, like I said, people wanted Kofi in Money in the Bank, and who'd want to see Vladimir in there? I mean, Vladimir would be like another Mark Henry. No offense to Mark Henry. And then, of course, like I said, we had Sheamus, Teddy, and Cody winning the match. And just as I said in my predictions, if you will, for WrestleMania, when Legacy had the little mic time before the match, you can see almost a little dissension there. Like when Ted mentions the fact that Cody was like everybody else in the arena, not born into luxury like he was, or when you see a glare from Cody to Ted, or when Cody says he's going to win the match, you see a glare from Ted to Cody. So that definitely tells you there's some dissension there, or going to be anyway. But overall, it was definitely a pretty good Raw leading into WrestleMania, and just have to see what WWE is going to do for the rest of the week. SmackDown, from what I saw in the spoilers, maybe has about 2-3 matches, because then they're also going to do what they did last year, going from SmackDown to the Access and Fest in Phoenix. And then, of course, we had the introduction. We also had Bob Uecker, I guess you could say, being the newest inductee into the Hall of Fame celebrity ring of the WWE. And overall, it was, like I said, pretty good Raw going into Mania, and just, I'm just waiting for this Sunday to see what happens, and that's all I could say. Very decent Raw. From what I've read on this blog for Impact, I hate to say this, I think Raw did beat Impact big time tonight. Even though maybe Impact had a little bit more wrestling, Raw definitely had the better program. You could see about that. Even though I didn't see Impact, but from the blog that I read on WNW, WrestlingNewsWorld.com, it definitely, to me, sounds like, looks like and sounds like Raw had the better show. So that's all I'm going to say. Like I said, a good lead-in to WrestleMania for the final Raw before Mania. I give it an 8 out of 10. I know some people might say it's a little generous and a little high, but that's just my opinion on it. That's just my rating on it, because I felt it was good. And that's all I'm going to say, and I will talk to you all later.